here I've got my chamomile coming up. I just broadcast right on the top. You can see all the little sprouts. I'm going to have some really great medicinal chamomile tea. And over here I've got my feverfew coming up. It hasn't really sprouted just yet. And here I'm starting comfrey. And these are going to have huckleberries. And then right here is a real gem. This is a passion flower plant vine, and it is tropical, as well as this one is a purple people eater. But this passion flower, it's going to grow a fruit. Once it flowers, it will go to fruit, and the fruit is highly nutritious and sweet. But this plant, as well as the purple people eater, will probably be here in the greenhouse over the winter because it does not like winter, even though we don't get a bad winter. And then here I've got some flowers, apricot sprites, getting them ready to go outside. And then we got a lot of stuff here. I got milkweed growing. This is rose-colored milkweeds. We got some apple seeds, organic apple seeds. And then here is going to be hyssop. This will be a hyssop tea. It's a medicinal tea. And I've got celery and lavender. These are all lavender here. I have more milkweed planted. A little bit of lettuce and dandelion and arugula. They're already, some of them are transplanted. That's catgrass. The cat's kind of pulled it out by the roots. So marigolds. Trying to get a lot of marigolds to grow. I have a hard time with marigolds. And I've got kale outside, but there's a couple more dinosaur kale coming up. And these are milkweeds too. This is more rose. They're ready to go outside. Oops. And then this is yellow milkweeds. So these are for the monarchs. And this is cilantro. That's ready to go in my herb garden. And these are strawberries, if they would come up. I have not seen them come up yet. Then I've got bee balm. I got bergamot and lemon bee balm. And I've got some English daisies starting to come up. If I can see, it's too bright out here. There we are. Those are coming up just overnight. Those came up. So we're coming along, growing food and herbs, medicinals. And then here, just sprouted, I've got tomatoes. And I've got cucumbers and zucchinis, green beans. Here's some bush beans right here. Got the tomatoes are coming up. Look at that, all of them overnight. Just 3 of them were up yesterday. Great. These are wax beans here. If they come up, they're supposed to be a bush variety too. And sweet carrots. Ooh, the carrots. I got 2 seeded per pod here, so I should have 6 coming up. And these are all sweet carrots. Oh, here we are. Got more too. 12. I'm going to have 12. Those just popped up overnight. We're still missing a couple. There should be 2 in there. Great. This is great. And I'll show you where those are gonna go here in a little bit. I am super excited about the Chinese apricot because I do not need 2 to pollinate. And that fruit is going to be so healthy. It's a great preventative. If you look up B17, you'll know what it prevents. And then I got some seeds too. Strictly medicinal seeds. Got meadowsweet, arnica, clary sage, valerian, thistle, milk thistle. I take that in capsule form. Feverfew I take in capsule form. Great for headaches and pain. Skullcap, I've never taken yet. I'm just learning about that. But the meadowsweet was what I first came to get. I was like, I have to get some meadowsweet. Very medicinal. Clary sage, a lot of people might hear that in essential oils. And valerian, that's going to be awesome. I'll talk more about that later, what these all do. So this is going to be great. And also here, I have moonflowers. 4 of those planted. And the rest of these are Black-Eyed Susan vines. They're multiple colors. Just waiting for those to pop up. These are going to vine all over the place with beautiful flowers that I hope will attract all the pollinators. That's going to be really great. And here in a minute I will head outside and show you where I've got the vegetables growing. Here's where we got all the cool weather vegetables planted. These are all Bibb lettuce right here. And these are spinach. Got 2, 3 levels of spinach. Then I had an extra lettuce pop in. I stuck in there. And then down here I've got kale. This, I believe this is the red Ursa. It's so hard to see with the sun. Red Ursa, yep. Pretty neat looking here. Then I've got the red kale, dino kale down at the bottom because they're supposed to get the biggest. I got one empty here. The 2 I have inside the greenhouse, one of them will go in there. That's the dino kale, the red Ursa, spinach, and lettuce. All in this one tower. And this big one is where I'm going to put the bigger stuff. I could put tomatoes in here. I can put the carrots in here. I could put dinosaur kale. Probably put some peppers and some. But I've got plenty of other places to put more. So I've got these. I've got a head lettuce in here. It's not doing so good. My head lettuce didn't come up, but I've got boxes here to put peppers in. Plus this whole bed's going to get filled with soil. I'm just waiting for a way to get the soil to me. One of my mullein tea is right there. And of course over here I've got more mullein. A lot of my perennials coming up. I'll show you the mullein. So right there, we've got the mullein. This is a columbine right here. I've got more growing around the front too. I harvest these plants to make tea and tinctures. And this is going to be a trellis for my hummingbird trumpet vines. I have one on each end. This one has really been doing good here. And then down here I've got onions growing. I need to plant something over here. Right here I've got the onions. And I do have bleeding hearts in here, but they have not come up. And I've got a squirrel that keeps trying to dig holes in here. Making me mad. They're still in there. They're just not growing. And then this is my herb tower. I gotta move it because the squirrels will get in it, but I put the dill and the oregano and the thyme in each one of these. And hopefully some marigolds in there too. So we will see how that works out. Getting it all started.